Pat Condell's latest video, where he says that he doesn't really reject Jesus, is an interesting illustration of a tendency that I've seen in Western people in general, even not religious people or out-and-out atheists. And that's a lingering admiration for the historical Jesus. Even though when you read about him in the Bible, he was very much a human being with a fast temper and a sense of self-righteousness that tended to get annoying, there was enough of the human in him and enough compassion and thoughtfulness, and one would even say the moral philosopher in him, that a lot of people can still to this day identify him, even people who have rejected religion altogether, at least in the West. That's an interesting tendency, and I am the first to admit that I kind of feel it myself. Inasmuch as I'm perfectly capable, and I won't do this on YouTube, by the way, of blaspheming against Roman Catholicism and the faith of my upbringing, I still feel a knee-jerk sort of antipathy towards that. I don't feel that way about Jesus himself, at least the historical Jesus. I don't believe that he was the Messiah. I don't believe that he was the Son of God. I don't believe any of that stuff. But I still believe that if I met him, I would be deeply impressed. Now, having said that, I would probably feel that way if I met Sri Ramakrishna, the 19th century Hindu saint. I would probably be deeply impressed if I met Alexander the Great or Napoleon. These are other people that I really wish that I had had the opportunity to meet. There are other people that I truly admire that I probably would end up really disliking. Winston Churchill is one. He's always appeared to me to be an arrogant jerk. But, you know, in a way, he was the voice of sanity in a world that had gone insane. And I admire him for that. But you can admire somebody without liking them. And, of course, the person I think that I would have liked to have met the most in history was Socrates. Now, there was somebody that not only would I be impressed by and would just sort of bask in that person's presence, at least the historical Socrates as he comes down to us through Plato and Xenophon, and even Aristophanes where he's ridiculed, I think I would actually like the guy. I think that I would actually really, really like Socrates. And I don't really feel the need to ridicule him, even though he ridiculed himself like you wouldn't believe. So we all have that sort of hero reflex in ourselves. And I wonder where that comes from. As I say, I see it in Pat Condell, the arch-atheist, the arch-disrespecter of religion. And yet, I don't see him, at least not in this particular video, wanting to vilify the person of the historical Jesus. It's very interesting that way, isn't it? Thank you.